Hello, everyone. It is Rory here at that Eurovision site, and we are continuing on with our interviews for Festival da Canção 2024. And in this interview, I'm joined by the absolutely lovely Maria João, who will be hopefully representing Portugal with your song Dia. Muito bem-vindo a esta entrevista. Tudo bem?
Ai, obrigada, muito obrigada. Tudo bem.
Tudo bem,
Tudo bem aí também?
Well, prazer em conhecer você, anyway. But of course.
Igualmente, igualmente.
Muito obrigado. Anyway.
Very good.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. We'll keep it in English just for people who don't speak Portuguese, but it'll be good. So you will be hoping to represent Portugal with your song Dia, and you were invited to sort of take part in the festival by RTP. How did that feel to be invited by that broadcaster?
Well, the first thing I did was like, what? What do you mean? You want me to what again? Say again? And so I started smiling a lot, and I said, let me think for a little while. And I thought for a very little while, because I can't resist, I can't resist music. I just can't resist. If you tell me, do you want to do this? You do your own music, and then you sing your own music, and then you want to do it. The only thing is that it has only to have 3 minutes. The rest is you do what you want. And I said, yeah, how could I resist? I can't resist music. So that's it. Very simple.
I mean, that's great that, that they were like, okay, so long as it's within 3 minutes, you could have so much fun. And your song,
yeah,
definitely.
Exactly. So long it's with 3 minutes. But I swear, at the beginning we did it was 3 minutes and 8 seconds. And they said, no. And then it was 3 minutes and 6 seconds. And they said, no. And then 2 seconds. And no, it has to be 3 minutes. That was the hardest thing, It was really hard for me because I come from the jazz thing, the jazz music, which has improvised music, electronic, and all of this has all the time in the world, So you can stretch out and take as long as you want to tell what you want in a music. So this was really the hardest thing. Yeah. How do you put everything that you want to say in just 3 minutes time?
It's so hard, isn't it? I think if anything, you should make an album based off of this song alone and just put in lots of different types of versions of it. I think that would be a great way of explaining, experimenting.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And of course, as well,
track 1, track 2.
Yeah, exactly. And your song as well, it's so experimental because it has elements of jazz, it has elements of electronic music, it has sort of folk elements as well. And how important is this idea to sort of genre blend for you?
It wasn't on purpose, I'm not this kind of composer, what I am is an improviser. I love to improvise. This is my favorite thing in the world in music, the adventure and the freedom of improvising, and this is what I did. João Farinha, which is the co-writer and my partner in music, and he made the piano running thing, and then I improvised on top of it. The melody, wow. I improvised with some fake lyrics, like it was just like that. Actually, it was pretty nice. We were thinking maybe I shouldn't put lyrics in it because it sounded really nice and open, but then we decided to. But it was improvised. It was really improvised. That and the chorus, and then of course because my mother is from Mozambique. So I'm half, and I thought, I want to have my singer friends from Maputo singing there. They would be really nice. So I wrote some things for them. And then I asked for a little help with the Xangana, which is one of the lyrics, one of the languages that you speak in Mozambique, especially in the region of Maputo. And I had a little help there because I can't really speak correctly. It's hard, you know, it really is hard. And it is hard because you don't put it, it's not really written, you know, it's orally passed through. And sometimes I ask some of them, tell me, can I say this like this? And they say, yeah, you can. Yeah. And then I ask something else and they say, yeah, you can too. so it's very open, you know.
But I feel like that in a way it's so great really because nice. Yeah, I feel like it's similar to like in the same way of sort of within jazz, I guess, because it's a sort of a language version of jazz that everything is just very improvised.
Yep, and then I put some. It's that I use some of these lyrics, some from Shangan, which is one of the languages, and then I created my own language too. There, not for this particular thing, but in general, I have my own thing, you know.
Right.
So this means absolutely nothing, which is fantastic, you know.
That's so crazy because I have to say when I was when I was looking at sort of trying to translate the song, there was some things that like kaboya kaboya. I was like, what is a kaboya? And I tried searching like Google, like an English and Portuguese, and there was nothing. The closest thing that came up was Cambodia, and that was about it. And I just don't think it's the same thing.
No, but cadeira could be cadeira. Cadeira
is a chair, yeah.
The place where is a chair, cadeira. That's how you say.
Yeah.
And what I actually say is cadeira caboia que. It means cadeia caboia is what? What is it?
What is it?
It's cadeira caboia que. E lá valera lira lora caboia que. É o quê?
O bonito de. It's so great.
It's like that. It's like this is like what? What is it?
I love that. That's so really, it's so interesting. Really
it's fun. It was really fun, and I was loving it. And I sent these lyrics to my friends in Maputo, in Mozambique, the singers. And then they sent me pictures of them. There were 5 of them. And they were like really heavily with their faces on the paper where I wrote the thing like really suffering, you know, in sufferance, you know, having like, what is this? It was fun. I think you have to be music is a happy thing, you know. Music is love, you know, and it's a happy thing. And I every time I do it, even in the most excruciating ballad, you know, you're unhappy doing it, you know. Really, definitely. Music is love for me.
Oh, that's so nice that you have this like opportunity to express yourself. And of course, like sort of within Festival da Canção as well. I mean, like you already have experience within Festival da Canção because you worked with it like as a director for, I think it was 2019, I think it was. So like, how is it?
Yes, I was a jury. I was deciding. That's horrible. That was really horrible. How can you decide, you know, because you're deciding about the music, and how can you say that this music is better than that one, that this thing is better than, there's no such thing in art, at least, you know. So it was horrible for me, really, like, oh my God, I was sweating and having really a hard time as a jury, Jesus Christ. So now I feel more comfortable.
Okay,
I don't have to decide anything.
Yeah, because that was the thing. I mean, how does it feel being on the other side of it now that you're the one that's sort of being judged, I guess, instead of doing the judging?
Oh, I prefer. Oh, I prefer to be doing it than to be deciding about other people doing it. Oh, no. Now I'm more comfortable, I think.
Okay.
I like it. Okay. I hope people like it or not. I mean, but that's not a problem for me, you know. My thing is, I really have this goal, and it has always been like that in my life. I want to, every time that I sing or every time that I make music, I want that it is an artistic statement, you know. This is my goal, you know, this is what I want. I want that it means something, that it's an artistic statement, and that hopefully people like it, you know, hopefully they like it. but I never think about I'm going to win this or win that or whatever. It really is it's not my thing. My thing is to make the music, and then people like it and I see the smiles and that's it.
Definitely. And I can definitely say that like that it feels so bright and beautiful, like with the sort of sounds that are coming in and like the sort of moving around and like the soundscape of it, as well as like the brightness in your vocals as well. And it tells as well within the jazz vocals as well, because you're very like light and breathy, but then you'll come down with this like kind of really deep bass sound as well. And it's like, I mean, how this obviously must be playing on how you have worked as a singer, as a jazz singer throughout sort of your years.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate because I have a very elastic voice, and so I can do. She does whatever I ask, So if I go with the normal voice is like like this, but then I can really go down. I love to do this, It's a little African, maybe. I don't know. I didn't learn it in any place. It just comes really. It comes. It's there. It's in my mind, and it just appears. It's really fun.
Yeah. And with that, I mean, like how like who would you say is like your sort of musical influences? Because that sort of way that you sort of describe that is quite similar to sort of, I would say, like Björk, for example, because Björk has a very sort of elastic vocal range as well, for example.
Oh, but she does not do. I love her so very much. She's such an example. She's such I really do. But she doesn't have the low voice that I have, and she doesn't improvise with the rhythms like I do. So it's fun. We are different in a way, and I think we have the same intention. The same intention in the music. For the music, and we also have the same girly voice. We could stuck with it, although we've doing it for some time now, but we have that same thing. And then I think that also comes a little that people say, oh, Björk, it's because we are normally electronic music singers are very soft, like that, and both of us, we are open from the bottom of our lungs, really, like that, in front of the electronic thing, in front, in the middle, in mixed, mingled. And I think that is something that we have in common. And I absolutely love her. She's one of the people, of the artists in the world that I love so much. She really is. Definitely. But I don't try to, that would be terrible now. If you are an artist and your goal is to imitate somebody, that would be really a waste of time. You would waste your life trying to be somebody like somebody else, and that I would never advise anybody. Do your thing. Just do your thing. Of course, everybody lives through our voice. I know everybody that I love, all the artists like Björk, like Al Jarreau, like Bobby McFerrin, like Betty Carter, like all these singers, like Marília Mendonça, like Cássia Eller, like Elis Regina, like all of these, like Amalia, all these people, they sound through me, obviously, because they are stuck in me. All these influences are stuck in me, are because I love music because I heard them too, how they did the thing, and they're with me. And I'm, of course, something appears here that resembles to whatever. They're something like Betty Carter. Yeah, they said there was a time that they said in Germany, for instance, that I was the female answer to Bobby McFerrin. So I always have these sorts of comparison things. And I feel proud of that. I feel proud that everything that I love, all these singers and artists that I love, that appear through my voice, in the music that I do. In the beginning, I was pretty pissed, I was really pissed, like, no. And then I started thinking, obviously, I love that music because of the way that sang, because of, I love the rhythms, because I love Al Jarreau, for instance. And it was funny because they never mentioned that Al Jarreau in me, but he was so important to me. with all these, all this. Oh, I love him very much too. Of course, all these people appear in me too, you know,
Yeah.
in what I sing, and now I exhibit them proudly.
As you should, you know, it's all these people who have come through you and come like to influence like who you are as like as an artist,
absolutely,
you know, like
everybody,
definitely,
everybody's like that.
Yeah, 100%. So with like sort of looking at Eurovision, for example, I mean, like, would you say that you're a big Eurovision fan? Would you sort of, how would you usually sort of celebrate it? Like how much of a tradition is it for you?
It's not, I have to confess, it's not a big, I was never a fan of it, although I watched it. I was a little bit uncomfortable with the competition thing, you know, while watching it. And I tried not to give importance to it. But I loved some songs, of course, that was there, you know. And every time I can, if I'm not working, I'm watching it. It's true. So I was not a fan of Eurovision, but now I'm a little bit, yes.
You're going to have a little bit of Stockholm
I have
syndrome.
to admit it. I have to admit it.
So
before I was not, because of the competition thing, as I said. But now now I'm beginning to be maybe more mingled with the process, and now I think I became a little fan. Yes.
Okay, so who knows? Maybe by the time if you go to Eurovision, you might be a completely different person. You'll be like, oh, I love this so much. You'll have a completely different sort of
yes.
it, you know?
I'm always like amazed. I'm always amazed at the competence, at the talent of the people, of who does the lights and all the setting thing and everybody that goes there singing. I find it incredibly competent, you know, competent people that, wow, it's like really wow, you know, with the lights and the scenario and the people going and doing their best. And I really find it's an important place for music. It's true. It's an important place.
So would you say that you have any specific sort of songs that you would sort of say you would are favorites of? So, I mean, of course, you know, sort of maybe as a jazz singer, I would maybe think you would sort of like Salvador Sobral, you know, Marco Stoich, as well as the other kinds of
we are friends. Yeah, we are friends. We were friends before that he went to the thing. We were friends. We are friends, you know. So I think he set up something, I think, here in Portugal, because from that point on, it was I think it got better, and more people with really quality got enthusiastic about going to the Festival da Canção, you know. It was important what he did. It was really important. And I loved this song, of course. I also loved the one last year from Mimicat. Of course I know some of the people, you know, so how can I not associate, you know?
Yeah.
Elisa, for instance, Elisa.
Oh, I love Elisa.
She was 3 years ago. She's my student. She was my student.
No way!
I give lessons to. Yes.
Oh my God.
Escola Superior de Música de Lisboa. Yes, she was there. She did the licenciatura 3 years, and she was my student during these 3 years. When she was there, she was in the last year of the licenciatura. Wow. I remember she coming to me saying, "I'm going to the festival, whatever," and I say, "Good for you." And then she missed a lot. And then she missed a little. Yeah, it's nice, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God. She was my student.
You're a lot more connected to Eurovision than you think you are. That's definitely the process.
Yeah. Yes.
So probably, with that, I mean, so say for example, then if you manage to sort of win Festival da Canção and you go to Malmö, I mean, what would that mean for you?
Oh my God. That would be unbelievable for me. It's something that I don't even think about it. It's like, wow, that would be, I don't know. I would be pretty scared about that, about going there. Oh, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think that. But I would love it. Of course, I would love it. Yeah. Of course.
If you manifest
Who
it,
wouldn't?
it means it'll happen. you know, positive mental attitude is how I
Okay.
usually say it.
Oh, okay. But okay, I'll do that. I'll follow your advice.
Yes, definitely. And of course, like if someone listens to Dia and then thinks, oh, I really need to check out some more of Maria Joao's music, what would be one
Yeah.
song from your discography that you would recommend people to listen to?
I'll listen to Beatrice, which is not a song from me, but it's a song that is connected to me, that because we did it, me and Mario Lajinha. It has a video, very nice video, where we are hung up in over the Rio Tejo, and with some ropes, with the very thing over the river, and the piano too is hanging out, and that's a wonderful video. I advise you, take a look. Take a look at
Oh,
that.
okay. I need to definitely
Beatrice.
get that on my playlist then. I need
On
to
the video, put Maria João, Mario Lajinha, Beatriz, YouTube, for instance, and you'll check it out.
definitely. I need to
I hope it's still
get
there.
those
I think
little get those extra views in. Why not? For sure.
Oh, and there is one other. Oh, there is also one other that's pretty nice where I was singing with Bobby McFerrin. It was an improvised thing in a festival, yeah, at Burghausen in Germany. And that's also, if you put Bobby McFerrin and Maria João, Burghausen Festival, and you'll check us out too.
Definitely.
Or if you'd like to check with Joe Zavino, we also have a beautiful song in Leverkusen, at the festival in Leverkusen, that was called, they call it different things. They call Kaiko, and it's with Joe Zavino. That's also a lovely thing.
Okay.
Those 3 videos, I would really advise you, very strongly advise you, take a look.
Okay.
And if you would like to take a look at something more more recent, you would like to say Acute Angles, for instance. Acute Angles, which is a nice video too. Then I think you will like it, which has the electronic thing.
Oh, okay.
So it's 4, it's not 1, but 4.
I'm as soon as this is over, I'm gonna immediately go look at these videos because they sound really interesting. I want to know what they're like.
Thank you.
Fantastic. And just as a one maybe just final message, I mean, what would be your message to a lot like your international fans now that will have discovered you thanks to Festival da Canção?
I wish that you will really feel happy listening to this song. This is a very positive song. It's a joyful song. I think that's what I meant anyway. And it mixes Portugal and has a little bit of English, and also Mozambique, which is my other country. And I hope that through this song you can check out a little bit of my music, which is, you will like it. I could bet that you would like it. So
I'm really hoping. I'm hoping that a lot of people will like it, because I mean, it's a fantastic experimental entry, and who knows what will happen next month. I guess we will see how things kind of pan out. We will keep our fingers crossed for you anyway. Well, muito obrigado e boa sorte pela semifinal. I can't wait to see how things will turn out for you. I can't wait to see what you're planning for the stage. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And yeah, just as a final thing, do you have any social media or anything that we can plug for you just whilst we're here?
I have Instagram, which is Maria João Music. You can take a look at that.
Perfect.
And also YouTube.
There we go. Well, guys, get following, get socialing, get following everything, subscribe, do everything you need to get Maria João some extra people, you know, like extra followers. How can we not say no? You know, well, thank you so much. The best of luck in next month, and I cannot wait to see what you bring to the table. Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigada. Muito obrigada.
Thank you.